Hello, welcome. Today we are looking at another mod, and this is probably one of my favourite ones we're looking at today. We are looking at TARDIS Refined Update 2.1.5, yes. 2.1.5 plus, actually, this is actually sort of a double bill, because we're also sort of looking at Doctor Who Deco, used to be called Who Cosmetics, sort of. It's just a very nice sort of quick little overview. Well, it has a good little link with this mod, but we'll talk to that about that a little bit later. Now, on the last channel, I did an older version of this mod, and it is probably one of the videos I'm most proud of, but it is also very in-depth because this mod is quite complex, has a lot of in-depth stuff. I did have a bit of a message from one of the last ones of these I did saying that they'd like a bit more sort of in-depth things like crafting recipes and stuff. I will try and do my best with this one, but this one has a lot of complex sort of 3D crafting recipes, that makes sense. But what I'll do, because I'm pretty sure they haven't changed, is I'll link the old video in the description, which tells you sort of how to get your TARDIS in a bit more detail and how all the big 3D crafting recipes work, and also goes a bit more in depth with the interiors, because I do think this mod has the best TARDIS interiors. Yeah, do go have a look at that, because there's quite a few things are a bit complex. So what I'll go through the basics now. This is the root shell. This is your TARDIS. How you get that is you find one of these. They're called root plants. They spawn in oceans or under mountains, I believe. The lore is they spawn where tectonic plates would naturally be, which are under oceans and mountains, because that's how mountains form. Anyway, you find them. You find them deep underground, you put them on a magma block, and depending on how you have your game tick speed, they will grow into one of these. Now what you do is you need to get some shears. Where are shears now? To cut that away. And we go in, and you're in this very creaky sounding cave, which is very pretty. I love these things. And you can gather these ARS leaves, they're really nice leaves. So to get it working, you need something called a terraformer. I will link how this builds. This is this is one of those sort of 3D building recipes. So you actually have to build it with the blocks, and you need this thing called Astro Manipulator, which is this recipe. You need this, and also the amethyst screwdriver to help you build that. But like I said, in the old video, that'll show you how to build it. So as far as I can tell, those recipes haven't changed. The redstone block here, terraformer on top, and then you surround it in. Oh, it's always starting to oxidize because I got a thingy. And then we click it with the screwdriver. It does that, and now we leave. So after you wait your 3 minutes, your TARDIS will now look like this, and then you can click it again. Actually, I might bring the key. Actually, let me get the key. The key you just craft with tripwire hook and iron. You just, you have to click on the console to lock it, don't you? And then here we have your console interior. Now you do have to build the console. Again, that's in the description of the last video. I'm just gonna plonk one down. Maybe turn it on, and it's gonna start shouting at me, isn't it? Fuel offline. That's a new thing. Well, the shouting's new. I'll go through what the buttons are, but we need to go to the fuel thing. So we need to go down here through this new bulkhead door design. Didn't used to look like that. This is probably why I love this mod. So what we have here are some doors. Now which one is the? I think this is the one that is the tree, isn't it? So this is the skill point room. It's so pretty. And then you get all these. I will unlock them all myself just to show you them because they're all quite interesting. Let me leave and the music cuts. You're wondering, where's this door lead? And what we have is a actual proper TARDIS interior. So this is the console room. This is where you spawn, and the bulkhead door teleports you to over here. And through all of these walls, if we just break through, is this stuff, full stone. This whole thing is filled. Normally with these TARDIS things, the whole place is open and empty. This entire thing is filled with these blocks, and you can't really mine them. That's what this thing's for, the growth drill, and that is sort of, it easily helps you mine through full stone. You do get the block back. I can't remember if that has a durability or not. I think it might do, but it only works on full stone. It doesn't work on anything else. It's not like a hammer or anything. It only goes through that one specific block. But you can hollow out more rooms. But you have all these rooms of varying sizes. This is more like a sort of a corridor junction room. We've got these sort of T-shaped rooms, these sort of L-shaped rooms here as well, these sort of corner rooms, this sort of big room here. They're all different shapes. None of them are furnished. There's no like libraries or anything like Fallout Who and or other Minecraft Doctor Who mods where you have a pre-made sort of TARDIS. You have to find these all yourself, and these all have they all have this incredible ambiance. And if we go down here, do this gravity lift, or gravity well, which has gone faster. We are now in the Eye of Harmony. Now we need to get this thing working. You have these magic blocks, which aren't real blocks. Oh shoot, I don't think I was meant to break that. Alright, I've reloaded, and I've built a new TARDIS, and I won't break them. Now I know they're breaking creative. Right, so this is how you build the sort of towers, sort of like those things you have in the movie. So you put down your astro manipulator, you get out your amethyst screwdriver, right-click the astro manipulator, right-click the bottom of the structure, right-click the top, click that again, and you've built the product, the thing. So that's how you build things like the console unit, the terraformer, the console configurator, I think also the gravity well as well, landing pad, all these very interesting blocks. Again, these are all explained in the video I will link in the description. The only thing I'll say is, I don't like how this room's already broken when it's built. I wish this was sort of completed. I should fix it. Maybe the one I have in, because this is the one I have in Crafty, because it was sort of the first sort of proper TARDIS mod that I could get through Eternos on the Crafty server. So now we have the Eye of Harmony open, and you can fall in there and fall to your death. I don't recommend doing that. So while the task is fueling up, I can show you the ARS tree again. So here is that room. So what these are the sort of skill points. So as you travel with your TARDIS, you unlock more XP, which you can use to unlock things. You've got the defense system, the architecture, navigation system, and the flights of Ned, the sort of basic trees. I know it has links with, if you have on Fabric, this is the forged version, but you can also get it on Fabric. If you play with the mod Valkyrian Skies, that, what's it called? It's sort of like, you can build like airships and boats and stuff. This works quite well, that you can sort of land your TARDIS on boats and stuff without them sort of glitching out. But if I just type in this very nice little command, that was with the last one. If I go upgrade, unlock all, I guess this TARDIS? Let's try with that. Christ! Okay, it was this one. So now you can click them all, they're all unlocked. So, you know, desktop wait times to get new ones. It also materialize around entities, that's quite a cool one. That's the only defense. I don't know if they're going to add more upgrades. I think they're all the same from the last update. Waypoints were a bit glitchy in the old version. I found they kept sort of desyncing themselves. Maybe they fixed that in this version. I don't know. Let's go through the buttons. So left-clicking and right-clicking do different things, even in creative mode. So right-click opens the door, left-click locks it. The bank on this one is that one. There you go. So now it's bound. So that's the key. It's now bound to this TARDIS. I'm not sure how you can name them. So the computer bank is quite the big interesting one with this. So this gives you all the changes. Let's go through all the blocks. So yeah, so that's toggle the door. These are just called switches. These are used in flight. The computer bank opens up this menu, which we'll look at later. Dimensions, that changes your dimension settings. You can go to the overworld, the nether, the end. I think there's 3 limits with the dimensional travel. In the overworld, you can't go over the build limit. You can't go up. I think you can go higher than the build limit. I don't think, and you can't go under -64, which is bedrock level on an overworld dimension. You can't go above the nether roof in the nether, and you can't go to the end until you've killed the ender dragon. You can't just fly straight to the end. Like you could say Dalek mod, you have to kill the ender dragon first. Fuel, that you just click that and it will fuel up. More switches. GPS, if you right click tells you where you are. No, left click tells you where you are, right click tells you where you're going. That's your coordinate travel, and there should be the direction, so where you're facing. An increment is, so it starts on 1, 10, 100, 1,000. I think you start with only 100 and 1,000, maybe 1,000 I think you get as well. Get 2,500 and 5,000. I think it only goes up to 100 at default, and then the rest are updates. Randomizer, that corresponds to what your increment is. So if you set it on 1, you're only going to change the odd number. If you put up, say, 5,000, you click it, you could go somewhere mad. The handbrake, that just is your handbrake. That's the throttle. I won't flick that because I will have set coordinates. I will go flying off. We'll go flying off in a minute. Computer bank, you can change the outside. There is an add-on called Extra Shells, which mainly just adds more police boxes. I haven't got that installed because I don't know if that works with this version yet. A lot of these, as far as I can tell, these are all the same as the old ones. We have the sort of default exterior. I believe these are all the same. I don't think any of these are different. Lift might be new. Mystic, and they all have different variations. I think these are all the same. You've got the phone booth, so you can have sort of a grey one. Police box, I know this one's got new, so that's the default. You've also got the faded, sort of like a tenanty one. We've got this one, the sort of 14, so sort of so Whitaker light blue, and you've got the Barbie pink. I do quite like the faded one. I'm gonna have that one. You got your Portaloo, half baked, shulker box. Oh, you can have different shulker boxes. That's nice. I think that's definitely a new one. A new thing they've added in is hang on, let me actually there we go. I wanted 14. That's what I wanted. Save, hit save, little save button there. You leave. There. So desktop. We'll go through Vortex. That's a new thing. So you can get all these different ones. You got clouds. I quite like that one. Sort of reminds me of the sort of Smith one. So what this is, it's like Dark Mod. Or actually, if you've ever got a Gmod task, you can open the doors now and you can see the Vortex. I don't know if you can jump out and fall out into the Vortex. I haven't tried that yet. You get Desert Crystal Lagoon, Desert Mirage. Sort of that's more like a sort of a. I'm gonna stick with the cloud on for now. And then also they're from different sort of flags. And so you've got the gay flag, lesbian flag, LGBT rainbow, non-binary flag. So you can have. Space. Oh, actually, ooh, that's all like the Jodie. I do quite like the Jodie Vortex effect. Let's have that one actually. That one looks I quite like that one. You can see like galaxies and stuff as well. Soundscapes. You can have different sound. A lot of them are from. I think classic. That's just your sort of basic hum. Some of them are from the games. You want sort of like nether sound effects as well. The Toyota underwater. This makes me want to pee. Let's have the classic sort of TARDIS hum there. Desktop. Now a lot of these I go in specific detail in the old video. That's why it's 50 minutes long. But I'll quickly hover through them. I'll pick up the ones I believe are new. Actually, what are the new ones? Because I've got the mod open. Oh, I'm thinking I got the changer log. Here we go. Okay, I found it. It was in 2.1.4. Right, I found the interior list. I'll bring up the ones that are new, and we'll go look at them in a bit more detail like I did with all the other ones. Where's desktop? There we go. So Arnett's original, that was in the old one. I do quite like that one. Classic. That's a sort of a very sort of basic sort of Hartnell-y one. Copper, that's a new one. Coral, a lot of the so you know which ones are from the show. So you got Whitaker. That was like the default one when this mod first came out back in 1.19. Future Nostalgia. I do reckon I remember that because this is made by the YouTuber Commander Moose, and I think he made that task like in vanilla with command blocks and stuff. That's a new one. Hartnell. We've got Hellbound. Iron Guard, that's one of my favourite ones, Iron Guard. Lodestone. Mechanical. Mesh. Mesh was a weird one. New Wave. Nuka, sort of that one. Panamax. Pertwee, that's another new one. Radiance. No, that's my favourite. Radiance, that was my favourite. Furbished is your Tokamak, sort of Gatua one. Terraforms, that's this one. Toyota Vapor. I quite like how this one's quite small. Like Torian, so that's your Magan. Violet Eye, which is this nice sort of gothic one, and Watchface, which is another one of my favourites. Very good survival one. So we'll go through the new one. So the first new one is Hartnell. So we'll click on that one. So we click save, and then we have to leave through the door, and through the power of my upgrades. See, look, I love how the windows flash. We only have to wait about 10 seconds. Ooh. Can you hear that little bit of singing? It's like humming. That's really quite creepy. But I sort of love it. So this is the Hartnell one. So it's like the other sort of classic ones with a bit more sort of, I guess, sort of colour to it. Sort of like if you've seen what's it called? The Daleks in colour. Another thing you can do with the console, because you change the console with this thing, console configurator. You also want the pattern manipulator. So what you do is you place it with the purple chip thing facing outwards, and you right click, and you go. And if you shift click, you break the console. And if you use the pattern manipulator, you have different colour schemes. You have a vintage one, mint, wood, default. This is like sort of a Hartnell, not Hartnell. It's sort of like the Tom Baker style. So if you click it there, you see the console. You have to make sure it's like that, and then you click it, and you can change. So all these different consoles. You've got this one, the new one. You've got the thingy, Capaldi, Magan, Copper, Coral, Crystalline, and about that one. There's quite a few. Oh, that's where the bulkhead is. Oh, okay. I realised it wasn't here. Is that just through the wall? Oh, okay. So it doubles for both sides. I never used frog lamps for TARDIS, I don't think. But if you've got actual beds, do the beds work? Yes, they do. The hums of the ship make you toss and turn. Your spawn point could not be saved. So but it doesn't blow up. That's good. It doesn't blow up. Right, let's have a look at the next interior, which I believe was the Pertwee. All right, this is the Pertwee one. Okay. Oh, actually, with this bit, it sort of reminds me of the Gmod one, because that had this like side bit. So you've got the big sort of wall. So you've got the Three Doctors bit with the scanner here. You've got the wall, that sort of weird wall at the back. They haven't done frog lamps in the walls. They've gone for the blue, which is true. It had that sort of different sort of lighting. And then you've got, I guess it's meant to be the sort of cupboard thing, which I love. I think my only thing I'd like to still see is if they could animate these switches. Because the only ones that animate are the handbrakes and stuff for both of them. I'd like if all these little levers would animate when you flip them. Let's give it the right... Oh! I think that's from the old one, it didn't survive. I wonder what they have changed, because it's the same game version. Oh, they've added these. I think these side doors are already there. I think that one by the stairs is the main. Oh, no, that's the main one. That's interesting. I would have thought that one was the main one. Maybe that used to be it. I don't know. GPS randomizer. Is that humming? I hate that humming. While I'm recording this, I've been playing the Metro games. I'm playing Metro 2033, and that sounds like something I'd have. And also, the last episode of Star Trek that I watched was about people like hallucinating and stuff, not getting the right level of sleep, and not getting dreams. So, just walking into the ship and hearing mysterious like humming noises is just what I need to set off my paranoia like mad. We'll do the mechanical one first. We'll do them in order. Oh, they've kept the same old. They've kept the old picture though, because that's the old bulkhead design there. This one, of course, the console's changed because this is not how the console used to look. Oh wait, it's got. Huh? So it has got the bulkhead, because yeah, the door's like this angle. But there's only one bulkhead in the game, right? Okay, for sort of prosperity. Yeah, I did quite like this one. This was an interesting. I like the. It is very mechanically. Got these sort of like vents and things. So they've managed to keep the old bulkhead door. And you get this little extra sort of side room. Oh, you get a chest as well. You get a brewing stand. You get a toaster. Player head. Ah, this is something I remember from this room. You go in here. And I swear there used to be stuff in here. I swear there used to be stuff in the old version. I think the new thing is this side room. I think that's the new thing, which I sort of assumed. I sort of gathered. Okay, I think that's the new thing that's really changed. Right. Let's go. So the next one was the mesh one. That was the next one that's been upgraded. All right, here's the mesh one. I've got the old video up, like checking what's different, and I've actually gone through. It actually took me 35 minutes to go through all of those console rooms. So be glad I'm not doing it again. Right. Okay. So one thing they have changed. I think they've done a few more bits around the backs because there used to be a bookshelf on this side, and they've gotten rid of it and put a chiseled bookshelf here with a little barrel as well for storage. And then they've got this side. I think this is new. This is certainly new. So you've got a little table, cartography table there, more bookshelves, some more barrels, a book, which nothing written in it. Is it a written book? Oh, it is a book and quill, so you can write your own little diary in there. Oh, I don't think I ever checked the roof in this one. It's a mix of copper and prismarine. I do love all these. I love how they're all at different angles and stuff. What's another little hidden door there? Is there one in all the roof walls? Oh, there's all these hidden doors. And of course the lit one is of course the main one. I think the only thing I can seem to have changed is they had lots of sea lanterns in the floor and I swapped it with the purple frog lights. That's the main change I can seem to see. Maybe they've added more rooms, like more doors. I know one of them, I think it was this mod, had like one of them had a corridor. I don't think they had. Maybe that was a different mod. Like I said, I've said this many times. I've played so many of these. They all start to like blend and blur together. I think have they changed how the corridors are set out? I swear this one had corridors. Again, that could be another one. Ooh, that's okay. There we go. Okay. They said, well, they haven't added it. In the old one, I've said there was no scanner. I should have actually watched the video before I'd made this. But in the old one, I said there was no scanner, and they still haven't added the scanner. There should be a scanner like here, shouldn't there? But they've got all the little weirder corridors and stuff. God knows which one is the actual main one. Is it this one? I'm gonna say it's this one. Oh yes, I'm good. Oh no, this is my favourite one by far. I love it to bits. It uses blackstone. I've never really used blackstone builds. I love the brickwork as well. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. And you've got all these different levels. There's a few things. I don't know why that isn't brick. Well, that's all full stone. It's got some spiral staircases that sort of look nice. I always suck at building spiral staircases. The mallet. Oh, there is actually another thing. Cock. Why do I record these on different days? So if you get a villager, I assume if it just gets inside the TARDIS. Aha! He becomes a pilot. So essentially what it means is you can automate your flying. So really, when you're flying around, actually what I'm going to do is get the console configurator out. Let me change it to the one I like. This is the one I have. This is the one I know how to control. So I think he needs emeralds, I guess, like all good villagers do. You've still got 5 minutes with your. You've got still got 5 minutes to make the most of it. Okay. So when you control, of course, you need the glasses as well. Of course, you need the glasses. With these trendy glasses, you can see how the errors when you're flying. The ship will have problems. So as you fly around, your ship, your TARDIS will have errors, and you have to keep pressing the buttons. Normally with some of these you get like stabilizers. Say with Fallout 4 you have the stabilizers. You can just turn them on and the TARDIS will just fly smoothly on its own. The pilot is sort of the stabilizers, if that makes sense. So let's go Sam. Let's put the increment thing up to max. Where's the increment button? It's here. There it is. Let's put it up to say max. There you go. Nice big double numbers on both sides. This is for the upgrade, so this will go very quickly. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna whack the throttle up. And he's actually going to go around and press all the buttons for us. For that very quick flight, because it goes very quick. But what it also means is we can now open the door and look at the vortex! Diddle-a-dun, diddle-a-dun. Doesn't seem to be spinning, but I guess if it was spinning we'd get very dizzy. You can't trade with him, but he's just doing it himself. I don't know if he... Does he land? I think he lands himself. You have to... They just have to land yourself. What the mallet does is a very similar thing. I might have to kill the... To show this off, I might have to kill the villager to show off what the mallet does. Die. There we go. Thank you. Click. So let's wait for a few to pop up, and then I'll try the mallet. Let's just sort of leave it now. Come on, I want some errors. Come on. Explode. Okay, there's one. Oh, there's another one. See, we're getting a few now. Okay. There you go. You whack it. And it's all sort of fixed, and you get a cooldown. I think also in survival it has a durability. There we go. Oh, I left the door open. Let's shut that before I get sucked off. Heaven forbid you move the coordinates, old girl, and we land inside the fortress. But that's what the landing pad's for. Landing pad's quite interesting. If you've ever seen me in Crafty, you might have seen me always carrying one of these around with me, and there's a good reason for that. So what you do is you plonk it down, and you tick it with the key. And that should start to dematerialize. There you go. So you just have to carry it around, and you can just break it, and you can collect it and take it with you. And you have just sort of a way of bringing your TARDIS to you wherever you are. So now I've definitely gone through everything new. The pilot villager, the mallet, and all that sort of stuff. There's also these sample things. Not quite sure how they work. Or well, I tried to test it, and it's not on the wiki, so I couldn't really figure out what it did from the wiki either. As far as I know, you can pick it up from a dimension, but as soon as you leave that dimension, it sort of breaks apart. I'm willing to. I might try and I might put it in a post, like trying to understand if it works or not. But yeah, not even this own game's wiki knows how it works. If you have Doctor Who Deco or Who Cosmetics, it's good sort of link up with this. So the screwdrivers look like the amethyst screwdriver. You can use the Victorian McGann monitor. Oh, they've even got it like placed in. There you go. So now you can have the proper console with the proper monitor. Yes, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm gonna go fly away, and I will see you in the next video. This channel's sort of been a bit quiet for a while, and I do sort of apologise for that. Yeah, I'll try and keep it sort of theme. This isn't going to be the sort of massively updated one, because I'm only going to do like 1 or 2 videos a week. But yeah, it's been a bit quiet, and I do sort of apologise, but expect it. But yes, goodbye, farewell.
didn't go quite to plan.
It was funny though.